Tim and Tyler back on the rally in the NBA. Tim, we saw the Washington Wizards lose in Game 7 to the Boston Celtics on the road, missing out on a shot to take on LeBron and the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. Bradley Beal thinks the Cavs got lucky the Wizards lost that Game 7 against the Celtics. Check this out.
They didn't want to see us in the second round. They wanted us, and if they were going to go down, they were going to go down in the conference finals. They didn't want to go down in the second round because they knew that we would give them that competitiveness and that challenge. You know, we were going to bring it every night and go out there to try to win. We weren't going to be fazed by who was on the floor, you know. And dang, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks.
Well, Tim, Bradley Beal thinks the Cavs didn't want to face the Wiz in the playoffs, so that's why they slipped to the second seed. Thought they seeded themselves out of the one spot in the regular season. We know LeBron and the Cavs did have some trouble with the Wizards during the regular season. Some of their more entertaining games also came against the Washington Wizards during the regular season, so for the fans, maybe we missed out as well. Legit or not, the Wiz would have given the Cavs a better run for their money in the Eastern Conference Finals than the Celtics may.
I totally legit. I actually agree with Bradley Beal. The Cavs were ducking the Wizards. That's not saying that the Cavs would lose to the Wizards, but I think they were smart enough to say, nah, we'll play them as late as possible. The Wizards have two superstars. Some would argue the Wizards have the best backcourt in the entire NBA. With the way Bradley Beal played, check his numbers down the stretch. The guy was really expanding his offensive game, and Johnny Wall can do basically everything with the basketball. I do think the Cavs would win this series, but yeah, I think they're worried about him. They played some great games in regular season. Obviously, the LeBron fadeaway out of bounds bank shot down in D.C. There was some epic games. The one thing I disagree with Bradley Beal with, I just don't think they would have won the series. But were they kind of, sort of, a little bit around the corner, maybe a tad afraid of them? Yes.
Well, you remember and you recall that LeBron James crazy bank shot for three that forced an overtime. That was the only win the Cavs had in 3 games against the Washington Wizards. And without that miraculous play, very, very conceivable to see the Wizards going 3-0 in the regular season against the Cavs. I will say this, though. I agree with you. I think the Wizards would have been a better opponent because of Wall and Beal. But we've seen LeBron-led teams struggle in the regular season against the likes of the Bulls. Yep. And then when they
were 0-4 this year against the Bulls. They didn't win a game this year, the Cavaliers did against the Bulls.
Wasn't that a couple years ago, a similar type of when LeBron had that game-winning shot at the UC from the corner? I think they were like 1-3 or 0-4 against the Bulls that year and swept them, or 1-5. So,
but you think they were concerned about the Wizards? Because I think they were. I think when they looked at the entire Eastern Conference, I think if they had a rank who scared them the most, I think they would have the Wizards won.
I agree with you in that sense, but I don't think there was any intentional ducking. I don't think there was any, like, let's drop down to that 2 spot because we'll play them as late as possible. I don't think they cared who they played when they played in the Eastern Conference because they know as long as LeBron's healthy, he hasn't lost a series in the Eastern Conference
I disagree.
since 2010.
I think they ducked them.
Use the hashtag The Rally. Help us settle this debate. The Cavs, did they duck the Wiz? Would the Wiz give the Cavs more bang for their buck in the Eastern Conference Finals and maybe us as fans a more entertaining series? The hashtag is The Rally. Join the conversation.